Speaker. We don't often think about music in this place, yet outside these walls, people's days are filled with music as they go to work, they go about their work, when they go out to relax or they head home, and hopefully there's a heavy dose of Australian music in that mix. The Australian music industry actually contributes nearly $6 billion to our economy. The live music industry alone supports around 64,000 jobs in Australia. And I have to confess that my son is one of those people who works as a professional musician. Given the amount of time we spend here talking about sport, people might be surprised to know that Australians attend live music more often than they attend sport. So it's a thriving industry and one that governments should provide smart, modest support to help the industry grow, just like we should for other important industries like manufacturing or agriculture. There has been nothing from this Abbott-Turnbull-Morrison government that indicates even the slightest interest in the music industry, and at a New South Wales government level, I've been disappointed at the unwillingness of the Liberals to listen to expert advice on harm minimisation that could actually save lives, but also save music festivals, to the point we're at now where Byron Bay Blues Fest, among others, is starting to look outside the state. While there is much that can be done at a state level, we, of course, are concerned about what a federal government can do to support the growth of an industry. And it's Labor who will deliver the most comprehensive music policy of any Australian government if we are elected. We want to see more Australians making music, listening to it and seeing it performed, because not only does that strengthen our own culture and shows the world who we are, but it leads to more Australians having stable jobs in a thriving industry. The plus of the digitally connected world is that Australian music can be heard anywhere, but getting to places to perform it live and to be known is still expensive. Labor will provide an additional $10 million to Sounds Australia to help showcase Australia's music talent in not just the US and Europe, but also emerging markets like South America and Asia. We'll also get Sounds Australia to keep working with state and local governments to reduce the barriers to live performance at home. Under Labor, the APRA Songmakers program gets a $7.6 million boost, so music teachers can do more work in schools, but also in new music hubs, which will be refurbished places like community centres to provide soundproof music studios. What used to happen in parents' garages, not always loved by the neighbours, can be much more difficult these days, and it's hard to make music if you don't have a space to do it in. We'll also better recognise music teachers' vital role through an expansion of the current ARIA Music Teachers Awards. Labor appreciates that music managers play a key role in the industry and in supporting artists, so we'll fund them to train new and emerging managers. The stories that musicians and managers have shared with me as part of the current parliamentary inquiry into the sustainability of the music industry, which is still underway, and the stories that I've heard from my own children and their musician friends, highlight for me the challenges of working in an industry where a full-time pay-as-you-go job is pretty much non-existent, and the financial side is a challenge. We will provide extra funding to Support Act, which is a charity providing financial support and a really valuable mental health service for musicians and people in the industry. Also working in my electorate is the Nordoff Robbins charity, a music therapy provider which takes music into aged care homes, including in the Blue Mountains, and provides one-on-one group and music therapy sessions for kids and adults of all abilities. Additional funding for Nordoff Robbins will give more people access to their life-changing therapy. There's a range of other initiatives that we'll bring in, including a ban on the use of automated bots to buy tickets, limits on how much scalpers can charge, a commitment to protect copyright, really the basis of a musician's life, especially composers, restoration of $83.7 million to the ABC over 3 years to help stabilise a public broadcaster that does so much to promote and play Australian music. And venues, cafes, pubs, clubs, universities, concert halls, even stadiums will benefit from our immediate 20% tax deduction in the first year on the value of a new asset worth more than $20,000. So this is a whole range of strategies to help keep the music industry not just surviving but growing. As someone whose electorate is home to many people who earn their living from the music industry, I know that this sector, overlooked for the last 5 years, can do great things with a little bit of help, and only Labor will deliver a policy that supports the growth of the Australian music industry.